Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the Test Information Processing Skills Assessment, which was created by Dr. Raymond E. Webster. It got its origins in Webster's Learning Efficiency Test, but as of 2009, it's its own assessment, and it has three parts, including the manual, 25 stimulus cards, and the score sheet, which can all be purchased online as a group for $185, or you can purchase each separately. This test tells healthcare practitioners about how an individual processes auditory and visual information, how much of this information they retain immediately and after some delay in time or after some interference, and how they retain this information in sequence or out of order. And yeah, it is an assessment on how well a person learns and retains new information and on the effects of interferences on those processes. That's a quote from the manual. This takes about 20 to 45 minutes to administer, and it's scored in about 10 to 15 minutes. It has four subtests, including the visual modality, auditory modality, delayed recall, and semantic fluency. So those are the four subtests that are tested on the examinee. And lastly, I'll tell you a little bit about the population and the settings that this assessment's typically used for. So this test can be used from age 5 to adult 90 plus years. And it's helpful to evaluate individuals with learning disabilities, brain injuries, traumatic brain injury, cognitive disabilities, adults with Alzheimer's or dementia. It can be helpful for students or individuals learning that are atypical learners to develop the proper learning strategies and instructional strategies for atypical learners. It can determine the effects of brain damage or traumatic brain injury on memory and how they process information. You can use it to assess for dementia, and it covers areas of the OTPF4 such as executive functioning, working memory, auditory processing, visual processing, how, like I said, how you learn, retain, use, and organize information that's being given. So thank you. Hello there. We are going to do a quick practice run through of what the first step of the TIPS assessment tool would look like, which is the visual modality aspect of the assessment. So this will just be a quick run through of what it would look like. In reality, there's some more steps, but this is just a practice run. So first, I am going to show you a list of letters, and just to make sure you can interpret and comprehend the letters that are going to be on this assessment, I'm going to have you read each one from left to right, and I'll be pointing to them. Have any questions about that or
Nope.
the test itself?
Ready to go.
Okay.
T N H A G M O B J P I F K S R L Z D E W Q C V Y U X.
Great. Now that we've established that you can identify the letters accurately, I am going to see how well you can remember some letters, and I'm going to show you some cards, and each card has a letter on it. Try to remember the letters in the order that I showed them to you. If you can't remember them in the order, you can say them in any order, just what you remember. And you'll also be asked to repeat some sentences that contain the names of animals, and try to remember those animals. You'll be asked for them later, but first we're going to practice. The animals would be a separate part of the assessment, but just for time reasons, we're just doing the practice. So, and don't repeat these letters, just look at them. Okay. What were the two letters that you just saw?
M and H.
Can you please start at 1 and count to 10 out loud? By ones, slowly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. What were the letters that you just read, that you just saw?
M and H.
Great. Can you please repeat this sentence? The dog ran to the big boy.
The dog ran to the big boy.
And now, what were the letters that you saw earlier?
M and H.
Good job. Okay, so that is a quick example of what it would look like. Remembering those letters with some interferences and how well he's able to remember them given different types of interferences like counting or repeating a sentence. Thank you.